Okay, what we're going to do now is a bit of autofill, which will also include a simple calculation to give you a better idea of how we would use it. So first we've got our Excel spreadsheet here, ice cream flavors, strawberry, banana, etc. Our unit price and our quantity. Don't worry too much that we haven't got pounds and pence in, so say this is £1 5p per cone. Might be a few years ago, I know, but there you go. So first thing I want to do is just click at the top here, type in the word total, and press enter to move that cell cursor down, ready to do our first calculation. So to do any calculation, you type equals on the keyboard, and that will turn Excel into formula mode. You then use the mouse and click on the cells that you want to use in the calculation. So in this case it's B2 multiplied by, and you can hold down Shift and 8 to get that multiplied symbol, it's the asterisk, C2. And when you press enter on the keyboard, you can see the result here is £30.45p. Just zoom in just one little bit here, just show you at the top. You see this bit here is the formula bar. That will show you the formula. Down here in the grid will show you the results there. That's good. Excellent. So what autofill is it's a way that you can copy down this formula so that it applies to banana, mint choc chip, rum and raisin, and for the other, vanilla and toffee. So instead of actually clicking on each one of these individually and typing equals B3 multiplied by C3, instead of doing it that way, what I can do is go and use this little dot here. Let me just show you how it's done. Firstly, I'm just going to delete that by clicking on the cell and pressing delete on the keyboard. Firstly, I'll go back to the cell with the formula in I want to autofill. So this is the B2 times C2. I then hover over the black dot. And it's important to note that before you start autofilling, is you see a little black cross in the bottom right hand corner. You then click and hold your mouse button down and then drag down to the bottom and then let go, and you can see that the formulas basically relatively reference. So you see one is B2 and C2. Click on the next one, it's B3 and C3. Next one's B4 and C4. So I think you get the idea of that. Let me show you again. What I'll do is highlight these numbers here and delete it by pressing delete on the keyboard. And then go over this one here. And you can either drag down or you can double click on the mouse. So this time I double clicked. It does the same thing, except it automatically autofills down to the last ice cream flavor. If you have a gap between your ice cream flavors, it will autofill down until that point there. So there we go. So you can have a quick muck around with autofill. I'll give you another little demonstration if I just zoom out a bit. So if I go down to sheet 2 and zoom in, you can autofill with many other types of lists. Say you wanted to automatically fill the days of the week in. So if I type in Monday, and this time I'm going to hold down Control and Enter. What that does is that enters the data but keeps the cell pointer, the cursor, on the same cell. It's kept on A1. I can then go over to the autofill dot, see the black cross there, click and hold my mouse button down and drag down to Sunday. Monday to Sunday. Let's go to C1 to try it with something else, which type in January. Enter it in, Control and Enter. Click, drag down to December. You can also try it with various numbers. Let's just try something here. If we go to E1 and type in the number 2, and then in E3 type in the number 4, enter in the data. Notice I've left a gap. So this time what I'm going to do is select 2, gap, 4, gap. So this is the pattern that I want to autofill down. I then go to the bottom right hand corner, so I see my black autofill cross, click and drag down, and it will not only go up in even numbers, it's following that series, it also leaves regular gaps. There's one more thing we're going to do. Is we move over across, you can do it with the date. To insert today's date, it is a quick shortcut on the keyboard. Find your control key, sometimes marked CTRL, in the bottom left hand side of your keyboard. Press and hold that key down, and then press the semicolon on the keyboard. It's just a few keys to the left of enter. Notice that I've done this on the 2nd of January 2014. So I can enter that date in. And so when I come down, I can click and drag down. So you can see that dates are followed in series. There's one more thing I'll do with the autofill. It's something that most people don't normally realize, but let's show you that. Say, for instance, I want to put in today's date. So if you remember how we did that, Control and semicolon. Well done. I'll just enter that in by pressing Control and Enter. I'm going to go over to the bottom right hand autofill modifier. Notice the black cross. This time I'm going to press and hold the right mouse button and drag down with the right mouse button. Now when I let go, I get a menu appear. So this menu appears only with the right mouse button. And this time I'm going to go to Fill Months and click on Fill Months option. When I click that, notice it doesn't go up by day. Notice this one's the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th of January. It goes up by month. So this is the 2nd of January, the 2nd of February, the 2nd of March. So using this right click allows various options such as filling different parts of a date in. You can copy cells. You could copy just the color, the look of certain cells. It's quite valuable when you need to repeat data very quickly. So there we have our autofill. If you want more information, then please go to our website www.computertutoring.co.uk.